Without question, this game is on the come up, and since the Among Us Twitter said they're going to come out with new updates, it's only right to dive into something new and learn more tips and tricks about a game that's growing so fast. Lots of people hop onto this game and understand the general basics needed to play, but I'm here to show you guys tips from one of the players who I think has the highest IQ plays and overall plays the best. In this video, I'm going to teach you guys the best tips and tricks from watching XQC to get better at playing Imposter. I'm sure there are a lot of people who are amazing at the game, but XQC is the one that stands out to me the most. He has a huge brain, and to be straight with you, he's a good liar. Not to worry though, because if you're not a good liar and you want to get better, keep watching. No one starts out as being good, but fear not, I'm going to dive into some of the best tips I saw while studying his gameplay. The tip number is going to be somewhere displayed on the screen so no one gets lost throughout the duration of this video. Also, there's going to be real-time examples to give you guys the best context in what's going on in the game. 83% of people who watch my videos are not subscribed to my channel, so with that being said, it would mean the world to me if you guys join this journey as we're on our way to 50,000 subscribers.
Hey, I have a serious question. Jelly, where are you right now?
He's with me.
What?
I'm with him. We've been on each other the whole game, so it's not us. Soft clear.
Where are you right now?
Kill though.
Yeah, upper map, all the way above. We're running from CAF. We're gonna go left side. Stutter stepped. I was getting scared of him. Dude, why? What's happening?
Wait, Hassan. If you're on task,
Hassan, you're lost.
Oh my God, Hassan, please, man.
I'm shipping. I think Hassan is lost right now.
This was a very risky play, but XQC played this with a fat brain. The situation he was in was very sketchy since he was close to the body, and instead of telling the straight up truth, he lied to cover up his teammate, and he did it in a perfect way. He started out by answering Hassan's question, but did it in a way that made it seem like he was in multiple places. This doesn't work 100% of the time depending on the people in your lobby, but since a lot of people are going to be new, this is definitely something you want to know. The end goal of explaining his pathing was to make it sound like he wasn't walking in that direction. He made it sound like he was on his way there to security cams and not walking away from it, which is what him and Jelly really did. He played a word game with Hassan, which the final result took pressure off his teammate while leaving the other crew members with a question so that they need more information before making a decision in their head about who the imposter was. Watch this again and realize the pathing he gave. He starts talking about upper map, all the way above, we were running from CAF, giving real general directions and nothing really concrete. All that led right into a question of what's happening. It's almost funny because someone else jumped in and he furthers his explanation by telling him that Hassan is completely lost.
Upper map, all the way above. We're running from CAF. We're gonna go left side. Stutter stepped. I was getting scared of him. Dude, why? What's happening?
Hassan, if you're on task,
Hassan, you're lost. I think Hassan is lost right now.
This leads into my second tip, which is to not be silent when you're accused. If you were actually a crewmate, then you're going to be very sure of your innocence, which means that you're not going to let someone call you out without coming back at them in a smart way. The most important thing to do is to stay calm and direct the blame to a different person. I don't know about you guys, but a lot of people, when they play Imposter, you can pick up on the sense of whether or not they're lying just by the way they attack someone else when they get accused. If you're very defensive off the bat, then it's going to be really tough for people to side with you because you're screaming at them. A tip that I learned from real life is that if you want to convince someone, you got to sound calm and confident in your answer. If you start screaming and making people go against your side, then it's going to be really difficult for them to understand you. Just a quick recap, he had an unclear story, but it sounded convincing, and that's something that's really important. He lied about how he got there, but within reason so that no one else got suspicion of him. If he had a crazy lie about how he came from a different place, like for example admin, then he's setting himself up for the chance of failure since there might be someone that was at admin. Another thing that he does that's really useful is the fact that he always shuts doors and uses all of his sabotages to the best of his ability. On top of sabotaging, you can shut the doors and the lights. This is something that's really useful and will throw off a lot of crew members. There's a lot of times in this game that there's multiple innocent people in a room, but just because the imposter shut the door when they weren't even there makes the crew members who are innocent believe that it's one of them. You just want to cause a lot of commotion so that no one can really track you as imposter. Now, I know I'm speaking about XQC like he's some pro. I'm sure there's people out there that we don't really know yet. This game is still in a new state, so just keep that in mind. But one thing that really separates him is the fact that he knows everything about every map. He's extremely good about knowing where tasks are in certain areas, as well as he just memorizes the map by playing it. Knowing roughly about how long each task will take is something that's really important because it might free up the chance for XQC to get a quick kill that way. So just to reiterate, as an imposter, you want to remember what tasks you are around just in case you get questioned about it. You want to know what type of tasks other people are doing so that you can catch them off guard. Maybe you walk in a room and they already have the screen up in front of their face and you can get a quick kill that way. You always want to make use of shutting doors and always try and keep a mental note about where other players are going while you're in the game. XQC does does this a lot while he's streaming, and it's not only good for himself, but it's good for the stream because it keeps it entertaining. I know that he calls out, for example, blue's going left, yellow's going right, red's going up. Calling out things and making a mental note in your head or saying it out loud will definitely help you memorize where people are going, so that way when you try and kill someone, you don't get framed for it. Since XQC is a really good killer, sometimes he's getting multiple kills throughout the round, but there never really comes a time where he gets more than 3 bodies down and doesn't report it when he comes across the 3rd body. If you're confused, don't worry, because I'm gonna clear it up. Let's say XQC gets 1 kill, moves around the map, gets another kill, and then on top of that kill gets a 3rd kill. By the time he does one more loop, if he can't find someone to kill again, if he runs across a body, he reports it because it makes him suspicious if he doesn't. And not only that, it plays some mind games on the crew members, because as an imposter, when you report the body when so many are dead and you have a convincing story that goes along with it about where your pathing was, it makes it really, really believable that you're not the imposter, which is what you want. So what I'm saying is, don't be afraid to report a body if you're an imposter, because to be honest, that's a smart play that a lot of people overlook. Just be ready to back it up by telling people about your pathing and where you went that round. But just remember that you want to say it calmly and don't push your point too far. Tell them what they need to know and don't tell them everything. If you're not a good liar, a good tip is to not explain too much and just tell them the bare minimum. You will get better at lying if you just keep expanding on the truth, but start small by not telling them that much information, and then as you get into more games, you can slowly add on because you're getting more familiar with the game. Now, I just want to point out real quick that I'm not some expert liar. I don't want to make it seem like I lie to everyone I know in real life. That's how I know these tips. Just by watching XQC's gameplay, I pick up on these things and I just write them down and I tell you guys. So please, I promise I'm not a mean guy. I don't lie to people. Matter of fact, I'm very truthful. I have a hard time lying when it comes to reality, but I just wanted to point that out just in case anyone thought I was a douche. Next tip is to always make sure that you have faith in your teammate as your imposter. Since you can't communicate in between rounds with your teammate, one thing that you need to work on is that if you want to get a double kill, don't think that your teammate might not do it. Just send it and have hopes that he's gonna pick up on it really quickly. Chances are when both people are imposter and there's 2 other bodies in the room, it's gonna be a double kill. You gotta be pretty brain dead to not understand that that's not how double kills work. Now, this tip right here is gonna really help everybody, I promise you, because even I get accused by stuff like this. Whenever he's imposter, XQC is really good at his movement. He doesn't make himself look sus, and he looks like a crew member 90% of the time. Even though he's actively searching for kills, he sticks to a path and doesn't get off it. He makes it seem like he's on his own path and doesn't follow people. He's not just walking around task and following people blatantly and keeping their eye on them. He runs around the map and creates this path where he knows that he might find someone. The number one thing is probably going to get you voted off or lead to you getting voted off is the fact that when someone presses the button, they tell you right away that XQC was being sus because he was practically crip walking while playing the game. And if you guys don't know what crip walking is, it's when you and a crew member are walking and the imposter is going back and forth on the screen looking really sus and just kind of weird and out of place looking for a kill. So make sure you're not crip walking because you're probably going to get voted out. Believe me when I tell you guys that I have so many tips and tricks videos that I want to make about this game. I really feel like although it's simplistic, there's so many little things that can make so many people better. And my content is aimed towards helping people get better at games. I've never done a switch up of content like this, so I'm really kind of nervous to see how this video is going to perform. I would never more in my life appreciate a like than right now. If you guys have 2 seconds to like the video, I would appreciate it so much, whether you're a subscriber or not. And the fact that if you're still listening right now and you made it this far in the video, I appreciate you. You're a real one for real. I have a whole list of tips that I didn't get to cover, but I wanted to have an outro for the first time I ever made an Among Us tips and tricks video. So if you guys want more content like this or you have some free time, feel free to stop by in the Twitch channel or coming through the Discord, and you can ask me any questions you like about any game or PC question. I'm really active in my community and get to know everyone, and my DMs are always open. If you guys ever need help, I got you. Just hit me up. So with that being said, I hope you guys have a wonderful rest of your day and a great and fantastic night. I'll talk to you guys in the next video. Deuces. Peace.
Wait, where did X go?
This
Quick question. Wait, no one died, right? Or did someone die? I still think Jelly might be.
What? I saw you're throwing!
I think it's XQC.
Azan, please!
What are you guys doing?